Hello everyone, it's Bev Jessup here. I am so sorry that I'm so late. I've had a few technical issues. I'm here now on my laptop. Normally I'm in my office um, doing my live stream, so I am so sorry about that. But for some reason that computer won't turn on, and I think it might have been just too hot, even though I turned it off before. So thank you for all that who are here. I can see you, Deborah. Tell me where you're from and why you're here. Because today I'm going to give you a bit of a sneak preview of what is happening on Saturday. I'm really excited because just before I came on, I was journaling. Journaling is really important for me because it's a way to connect with God. And I find that if I just sit and pray, I end up going to sleep. I don't know how many of you find that. But when I'm actually journaling with a pen in my hand, it is really good because it allows me to kind of think, what do you want me to do, Lord? I write in here in my journal, as I come to your presence, tell me what you have planned for me today and in the future. Because he has a plan for every single one of us, a plan to prosper us, not to harm us, a plan to give us a hope and a future, as it says in Jeremiah verse 11. And as he was saying that to me, okay, I don't know if you can see this, but I've got rest and know I am God. And he keeps on saying this to me this week, I am God, because I think sometimes, and I don't just think, I know lots of times, I am doing this in my own strength. And he's saying, no, I want you to rest. And I want you to know I am God. I'm the one in charge. And so it's so lovely to see you. Deborah is in Indiana, USA. And you want to make, I'm just going to write it, share it with everyone here. I want to make my art more relevant to my beliefs. Yeah. And that is what Christian art journaling is all about. I got to a point in my life, and I think I was 43 at the time, and I'd been a Christian. You'll have to do the maths because I became a Christian when I was at university. So I'd been a Christian a long time, nearly 30 years. And I came across the concept of prayer journaling and using art inside our prayers. And I thought, oh, that's an interesting concept. So it wasn't just writing words, and it wasn't just doing art journaling. It was a combination of the whole thing. It was prayer journaling, Bible journaling, and art journaling all rolled into one. And so how my method works, I call it the spirit-led sketch method. It starts off with a sketch. It starts off with God, really. It starts off with praying, first of all, and writing your prayers, and then letting the Spirit lead you. And as the Spirit leads you, I find that he talks to me in pictures, and I quickly sketch out what he's just said to me. It's almost feels like someone's taking control of my pen because I don't really know what's going on. And give you an example, I sketched out, I don't know if I can find it in here, but I sketched out a drawing because we were talking about time with God. And there's a different one here, which I need to do at some point. But this is an example of a sketch. You can see that. You've got here, you've got the sketch, and then you've got a heart, and you've got a world in the middle. And on the side, it's got the writing. Right now, I feel love for the brokenhearted. I'm excited, but I'm daunted about the mission, because my mission is to reach reach Christian women all around the world who are brokenhearted, who are spiritually dry, who are just not connected in the way they want to be with God. And they want to use their creativity, they want to join their creativity with their faith all in one. And that is, they want to join their creativity and their faith all in one so they can become more connected, reconnected with God, should I say, and feel more confident in their creative life as well, you know, and what, because that creativity is inside them, and they want to be able to express themselves with God using those creative skills and feel confident in doing that. So the women inside my membership creative sanctuary are, again, all over the world, and they're sharing their pictures and their creations with each other. So here's an example of one. This is something that I had created, and we can all see that. I created this on the 9th of May 2025, so only about a month ago, and it came from a sketch, and it says on there in the middle, you can see actually a penny there and a hand there, and around the circle it's a clock basically, and it says, make time for God because he makes time for you. And it was a word that he gave to me, is that I need to make time with him. And this took time, obviously, to do. On the branch here, you can see some fabric. These are fabric leaves from some material. But I had sketched out the branch, and then I added the fabric to it. And I added a verse here that says, draw me close to God and he will draw close to you. James 4 verse 8. And on the other side, you can see sort of broken pieces and a darker side. And I don't know if you can see these, but these are called worry. I think they're worry people or something. And I remember when my son was going through a difficult time at school, he was getting bullied, and I'd got this bag and it had these worry people in them. And I was just saying, you know, just give it to God. Pick out one of these people and say a little prayer to God. So it was a tactile thing. And I found that he's now 18. He doesn't need those things anymore. But I found those, and I just thought, so those worries can go to God. And as I was creating this, God was speaking to me, because it felt like that side of our brain, the left-hand side, so the left-hand side of the picture, represents the left-hand side of my brain. And that is where our worries are. Those are where all the anxieties are. The left side of the brain is also where the language and the logic is. So when you're thinking all these negative things, or all these thoughts that come into our heads, like, oh, what if this happens? And what if that happens? And I can't do that. And all those things that you might find yourself saying to yourself, it's happening in the left side. And you end up getting what I call the left-hand spiral, goes out of control. And the only way to bring that down is using creativity. And on the right-hand side of your brain is when we pick up a pen and when we pick up a brush and we use a watercolor, even if we can't even draw a stick man, even if we've never used watercolor before, something amazing happens. And on the left side of the brain, we end up, on the right hand side of the brain, we end up going into what I call the creativity spiral. And all this that came out from the left side you can see is very dark. And I think the reason why it's dark is because it's quite negative. But also there's like broken pieces. You can see some, and these are just collage paper actually that I've torn and put over the dark background. And I've put some words here that says, the steadfast love, this is a verse from Lamentations, verse 3, verse 22. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercy never comes to an end. And those are the words that I've written on that side. And it's to remind us of that steadfast love. But as I was doing this, it reminded me of the brokenness, the brokenhearted, the people who are so much into their left side of the brain, and they think I can't possibly do that. And when we use our creativity and we think about God as our creator, amazing things happen, and we reconnect to get closer to God. And as I created this, lots of things came to mind. You can see in the middle, there's a penny. And the reason why I stuck that, because a lot of people say time is money. Have you heard the people say that? Time is money. You can't possibly do that. Time is money. And yeah, it is important to spend time with God. So that is my spirit-led sketch method. It's a 3-step process. First of all, praying with God, journaling with God, and then sketching it all out, and then finally creating something that is colourful, that is multimedia. And as you can see, I've used fabrics, I've used items that have reminded me from the past, and I've used ink. And this is actually watercolour in the background, and then it's Inktense pencils there for the picture. So I wanted to share that because on Saturday when you come, and I'm going to make sure that my computer is up and running, that we will be doing some creation. Now, by the end of it, you will have an idea of where God is taking you. We will also be doing some guided meditation, and I will help you to just relax and to calm yourself down. And that is what I'd really love you to be able to come to the session. How many of you have already signed up for the Creative Calm session? Have you all signed up for that? Just to remind you that this is where it is. Can you all see that? If you just go to creativesoulspace.com/June 25, then you'll be able to sign up for it, and it will be on YouTube like I'm doing now. And I really look forward to seeing you. We are going to learn easy watercolor techniques to calm your mind and to experience a peaceful moment with God through art and reflection. I've got some really special verses from the Bible. And hopefully you're going to walk away with a beautiful painting and a lighter heart. So let me know if whether you have already signed up. I would love to know. Deborah signed up. Anyone else has signed up? Let me know in the comments. And if you've got any questions now, please let me know. So what I would like you to bring with you are some watercolor paints. Even if you've got those kiddie ones, that you might have in the cupboard or something, it doesn't matter. Those work really well as well. Some watercolor paper or some thick paper, paintbrush, and a cup of water, and just bring with you an open heart. And even if you just want to come to just watch, you will still feel refreshed. We're going to be using soft washes, simple shapes, and gentle strokes to express that feeling of peace. There won't be any pressure, no fancy techniques, just peace. So that is what I would like to happen on Saturday. I'll guide you step by step, and we'll make a space for stillness in the middle of our messy, beautiful lives. So I'm very excited to see you on Saturday. Robin's going to try and be there. I know it's very early on in New Zealand, Robin. By the way, on Monday, if you want to come on Monday instead, Monday at 10 o'clock UK time, which I think is in the evening for you. Is that right? Let me know in the chat if that's right. Then we will be doing another of the sessions again, because a few of my Australian and New Zealand friends have been saying, oh, it's very early, can you do another session? So I am going to do it again on Monday. So it's Monday morning, but I think it's in the evening for you. Is that right, Robin? Just let me know in the chat. Yes, it's 9 p.m. Okay, so it's 9 p.m. for you in New Zealand, and it's 10 a.m. on Monday. So that will be after the weekend. So I'm going to do it twice. I'm going to do it on Saturday, and I'm doing it on Monday. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Hope that's inspired you. And if you're new here, welcome, and I'll see you again tomorrow. I'm hoping my computer will be up and running. So apologies for starting late, and I will see you tomorrow at the same time. Take care. Bye for now.